Welcome back to the channel, and today we've got some brand new products from Trakker, which is their power bank range. Now, these products pretty much apply to everyone, whether you're a carp angler, match angler, any of the in between. These are things that everyone uses. So without further ado, let's get into some of the specs and the different power banks Trakker have to offer. So first of all, we've got Trakker's 20k power pack. Now this one's probably going to apply to the most amount of people. So if you do overnighters or just a couple of nights and all you're looking to do is charge your phone, this is pretty much going to be perfect for you. It's sub £100. We will put all the prices in the description below. But yeah, as I say, it's sub £100. You've got Type-C charging. You've also got 2 USB 3 ports as well, and then normal micro USB for in to charge it. So as you press the power button on the side, you'll get the blue LEDs that light up that tell you how much power you've got. Very lightweight option. You can chuck that in the bottom of your bag and it's not going to add anything to your kit at all, but it will charge your phone several times and get you out of trouble. So yeah, if you don't want something massive and you haven't got loads of tech and gadgets with you, that is the one for you. Up next is the 48k power pack. This is where things step up a little bit in price and in functionality. So on this one, you have a light on the bottom, which again will just get you out of trouble should you need one if your head torch or your bivvy light is charging. And on the side here, you will see it's also got MagSafe charging. So if you've got an up-to-date smartphone that supports MagSafe charging, you can simply just put this on its side, put your phone on the top, and it will charge without the need of a lead. I've been in this situation several times where I've either left my lead in the van and the van's the other side of the lake, you've got your rods out and it's a bit of a pain. You've got to wind in, go and get it. That alleviates that problem. You have then got the MagSafe charging, as I say. Also on this, you also have 12 volt out in your typical cigarette style lighter. So for example, this can be used for tyre inflators. So if your barra is low on air in one of your tyres and you've got one of these and you've got a tyre inflator, which I always recommend carrying with you, you can just plug it into this and you get some air in your tyre to save you having to use a foot pump. You've also got the DC in and out. So the DC is just a faster, sort of better way of charging these. The smaller one is just a micro USB, so it will charge much slower. These ones have got proper charging packs that come with them. You've then got USB out and USB-C out, and then USB-C in and out. So you can also charge this off USB-C, but I would always recommend to use a proper DC charger should you be in the situation to do so. So as I say, that is a 48k one. It is quite high in price, but as you can see, it's a much more technical bit of kit. The 48k stands for 48,000 milliamp hours, and once I've gone over the 96k, I will explain a little bit for those of you that don't know what milliamp hour means and sort of what it means or what it will mean to you when you're selecting which one to buy. So moving on to the last piece of the puzzle is the 96k power pack. You have got 2 USB outs, a DC out, a DC in, a USB-C in and out, and then 2 of the cigarette lighters. So that's what you get in addition to the 48k. Obviously, as you can imagine, I said 96k, so it is also double the MAH. You still get the same nice light bar on the bottom, and on this one you also get a carry handle. This one is, as you would imagine, substantially heavier than both of these two. So it's not going to fit into your kit like the other two will and be super light, but this is more of a specialist thing for certain scenarios, to be honest. You've also got the wireless charging on the top as well, the same as the 48k. Now, in terms of who's going to be using one of these, for us especially when we're taking cameras, which obviously have several batteries, we're also taking with us drones, laptops, and all manner of electrical devices. So we generally need the bigger ones, and these do run over £200, which if you're just a 24-hour sort of a week angler and you're only taking sort of a camera and your phone, generally you would have your camera fully charged before you go, and if you've run out of battery on your camera, then you've done extremely well. So this is probably more suited to people who work on the bank and people who do much longer sessions, like a week in France and stuff like that. And when I say longer sessions, the MAH has a massive bearing on that. So we'll move on to the MAH next and explain everything you need to know about milliamp hours. So now we've got the specs of the power packs out of the way, we're going to move on to the scientific part. And I know that sounds extremely boring, but hang with us because this bit is super important when it comes to picking your power bank to make sure you don't overspend or underspend and end up with the wrong product essentially. So MAH is in relation to milliamp hourage, and that is how much your battery has in capacity. Now the 20k, the 48k and the 96k, all their names are in relation to the MAH. So you've got 20,000, 48,000 and 96,000. I use an iPhone 15 Pro Max. That is roughly around 5,000 mAh. So the 20k power pack will charge that around 4 times. Moving on to the 48k, that's going to charge it a little under 10 times. And then the 96k is going to charge that a little under 20 times. Obviously that is quick maths on my part, but you can do your own calculations on your own devices. A little Google search will tell you what your specific devices require in MAH, and then you can work out which is the best one for you. So a MacBook, for example, is around 5,000 as well. I obviously bring my MacBook with me all the time. I always make sure it's charged before I come out, but I know any of these power banks can charge it as well. So for example, other things carp anglers use are a rechargeable head torch. The Trakker Nightlife head torch is 800 mAh, so that will also be charged several times by this as well. There are loads and loads of other devices. My Canon R6, the battery in one of those is 1600 mAh, and without saying the word MAH too many more times, you'll sort of get the idea. So just do a bit of research into what you take with you, iPads, laptops, all that sort of stuff, and just really have a think which one is going to cover your needs. Whether you do a lot of week-long fishing sessions in France and just see which one is going to suit your angling. So there's no point in spending over £200 if the 20k one will get you out of a pinch. The 20k one is substantially cheaper. If you're only doing 24 hours, there's really no point in buying the high-end one. But if you've got a load of tech, a load of gadgets, you work on the bank and you do a lot of long sessions, the 20k is obviously not for you. So hopefully we've given you all of the info and all of the specs that help you make an informed decision on which one is for you. My personal favourite is the 48k, and the reason for that is because it's got the wireless charging and it's just a little bit more compact than the larger 96k. I personally have a massive power bank in my van, which was probably the best part, £2 grand, so that covers me for everything. This would pretty much be for keeping in my tackle bag and doing my small electronic items. But as I say, you've really got to go through what's going to work for you, because I can't tell you what's best. They are all great power banks and they come in a lovely green. So head over to your local Trakker stockist, have a look, or head over to the website if you need any more of these specs in front of you when you're doing your own workings out, and we'll see you next time.